Hello again, it's Bob from How to Do Stand-Up Comedy, and today our topic is Christian stand-up comedy. Is it hard to do in a secular world? If you're like me, you've wondered if a practicing Christian can make it in the often rough and tumble world of entertainment. Is it even possible for a believer to do Christian stand-up comedy? The obvious answer is a resounding yes. As proof, I offer the following stories of people who have found a way to maintain their spirituality while succeeding in the world of comedy. Here are my favorite Christian stand-up comedy success stories. The first one is about Brad Stine. Brad is a 40-something evangelical Christian stand-up comic who has recently found success in his chosen field of comedy. But that wasn't always the case. Before his Christian comedic revelation, he was just one more in a number of talented comedians who were struggling to get noticed. His struggles changed, and his calling was found at the end of the last millennium when his agent and his manager both stopped returning his calls. For more than a decade, Stine, who was 9 years old when he found Christ, had obtained a modest amount of success in show business, first as a magician, then as a clean, though not overtly spiritual comedian. However, like the overwhelming majority in his profession, Stine found that his career had dovetailed and his chances of sustained success had grown remote. He continually struggled with depression and doubt, leading him to question his most fundamental beliefs. Then, one afternoon, while spending the day with his young son and pregnant wife, he began to pray. He asked God to figure out the answer to his problem and to point him in the right direction. He prayed for guidance and understanding, while finally letting go of his prior goals of wealth and fame, in return for peace of mind. As you might expect, his heartfelt outreach to God bore fruit, as it resulted in an offer to appear on a televised Christmas special on North Carolina's Inspiration Network. This appearance led to many other opportunities, so that Stine could now quit the club circuit and start working a different kind of crowd. The enthusiastic response from this new audience showed Stine that he had at last found his calling. He realized, finally, that his career had evolved from an occupation into a ministry. He's now playing church dates where he makes upwards of $5,000 a show, and he's marketing his own DVDs. He's performed and ministered with Promise Keepers Men's Ministry and also appeared on the 700 Club. He's making good money and changing hearts in the process. He certainly has improved his lot in life, wouldn't you say? Will McDaniel is another example of a Christian stand-up comedy success story. Prior to his overnight success, he struggled with many professions. By his own count, he had nearly 40 jobs in his first 40 years on this earth. He became a Christian, and subsequently a Christian stand-up comedian, a few years ago, channeling his sharp sense of humor into a family-oriented act that borrows from his experiences living in Bowling Green, Ohio. There are numerous other examples of Christian stand-up comedians. Some of the rising stars include the San Francisco Bay Area's Jay Redd, Houston's Mark Lowry, and Southern California's Michael Joyner, to name just a few. Yes, sir, comedians who get booked by God, and sometimes an earthly talent agency, are certainly flourishing. Well, that's it for now. This is Bob from How to Do Stand-Up Comedy, inviting you to our website. Simply click on the link below this video, where you can access literally hundreds of other videos and articles on the world of stand-up comedy. Also, somewhere else on this page, there is a link to some specific information on our topic of the day, Christian stand-up comedy. Please feel free to access that as well. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and have a good day.